begins the final round of the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series. After 5 full-throttle rounds of exhilarating speed, emotion and drama, it all comes down to today's final race. There's no margin for error. The pressure of expectation is huge. Now it's time to deliver. One of 3 teams could clinch the title.
We could be going to Abu Dhabi, leading the championship, and then you put a degree of pressure on the others. You never know what happens. You today proves that it's never done until it's done.
We hope to finish this season with the championship.
The lead on top, but still the butterflies are there. We're a bit under, not pressure, but we don't want to lose the championship.
The 2015 UIM XCAT World Series champions will be crowned today. And what an incredible final race we're in for today. From the beautiful city of Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates, the championship started here with races in Fujairah and Dubai. Then we went over to Europe for Cascais, down to Australia at the Gold Coast, and now we return here to the UAE on the weekend that it celebrates its 44th anniversary. My name is Jack Nichols. Alongside me in the commentary box here is former XCAT's race director, Rory Power. And Rory, a 3-way title fight at the end of the season. It's brilliant.
This is probably the closest we've seen for a while. I think it's anybody's. It's completely up for grabs. I think it's not just going to be about the start run and the first turn. I think it's going to be right through this race. If there's no problem, I think it's going to go right to the wire.
Absolutely, we're very much looking forward to it. So this is the way that the championship stands now, coming into this final round of the season after 5 races. This is round number 6, and there's just 5 points between Dubai at the top and Abu Dhabi Team 5 in 2nd position. Boat number 6, are still in contention in 3rd position, but they are 22 points off the lead of Dubai. And they had a problem yesterday. They blew an engine in the pole position run, which means they're going to be starting down in 9th place at the start. And so those are the 3 main guys to watch out for. T-Bone Station, if they get a good result, they could still finish in the top 3 in the championship standings. So it didn't start well, though, for our championship leaders yesterday. Dubai in the pole position session missed the first sort of 45 minutes or so with problems. They went into the water, then immediately came back out and were swiftly worked on. They still managed to get out, though, but there was a period where we wondered if they'd get into the water at all. Nadir bin Hendi there, one of the drivers, is looking very quick. Across the line they come, and
I think the key to this race, Jack, is going to be about the long laps. We have a number of long laps throughout this race, and choosing them at the right moment, I think, is really going to be the winning move of the team. I think the team managers will be sitting there waiting and watching and making a decision, but it's all about coming out into clean water. If they get that timing wrong, and come out behind one of the back markers maybe, they're going to be really in trouble. That slightly rough water, even in here, when you're going full out on this flat water,
it's going to be tough.
It's going to be tough, yeah. This
was boat number 7 taking the pole position yesterday with the final lap of the run, a 2-minute 27.77 for the Dubai team. And it was Isra Al Ali and Salam Al Adidi who managed to usurp T-Bone Station to take the top spot. And as a result, they will be starting in 1st place for the first time this year, Salam Al Adidi and Isra Al Ali. And T-Bone Station will be starting 2nd with Giovanni Capitella and Darren Nicholson alongside. Here's a look at the gates then. It'll be the first 5 going through the first gate. They'll be starting out to shore as well, which will be a lot rougher than the inner waters here. So T-Bone Station in 2nd. Then we've got our 2 championship protagonists. Dubai in 3rd, Abu Dhabi Team 5 are in 4th position. So they will be running right together. But look how close it was. Only 0.3 of a second separating the top 3. But then there was a 1.5 second gap back to Abu Dhabi Team 5. So the challenge is going to be up against them. Then we've got Lady Spain in 6th, Marina Vestimenti Sud 7th, Yacht 6 and Sweecat Racing completing the top 10. Then we've got Gold Coast Australia, Fujairah, Saracen Australia, Videx and Rahib, the 15 boats. And then we have got a new boat this weekend, the 4-stroke boat, which is out there for testing purposes and won't be competing. Well, it'll be in the race, but it won't be competing for points. So that's the starting grid. And this is a look at the course. They will start out to sea, where you can see them milling now on the left-hand side, and then they will come inside Lulu Island, which is that big island that you can see that basically protects Abu Dhabi from the oncoming sea. And then they'll sweep in, and it'll be a start lap plus going to have 4 long laps in this race as well, which is quite unusual, Rory, to have 4 long laps. I don't remember us having 4 before.
No, it was regularly 2. So this is going to really mix up. And really the boats to watch for with the timing of these long laps is going to be 3, 5 and 7, the ones that are really playing out for first place. As I said before, it's going to be not just the fastest boat, it's going to be who gets the timing right. And 4 of these, to pick the right time to go out on each, is going to be incredibly difficult. This is really going to be something that's going to be controlled here by the team managers. I suspect there'll be a couple of team managers in trouble after this race if they get it wrong.
Absolutely. So this is the view. This is the main course that we've got down here. It's the Corniche on the right-hand side. The wet pits are just below in the bottom left-hand area of the screen. And now we're going to pick up the boats as they make their way out towards the start position. They will start sort of on the left-hand side of the ocean and head towards the right-hand side as we look at it, loop around the back part of Lulu Island and then take the start. And we're just going to get a view. Well, we saw with the Pace Cat there, it's a lot rougher out to sea than it is inside the protection of Lulu Island. Here's a look at the course itself. Once it starts, they come up through this left-hand kink, which is pretty much flat out, only really 2 corners of any note on the course. Then they head back along the Corniche beach through that flat-out right-hand kink and then back down to the final corner in front of National Tower. So, as I say, it'll be 9 laps, 4 long laps and the start lap. And that will bring us to the total of 14. And there's the long lap, so you'll just have to go a little bit further up towards the left-hand side of the course, and you'll do that 4 times during the course of the race. As we said, that's going to be absolutely vital. So the boats are turning now. How difficult is it to judge the start of a race like this, Rory? When you're going to be, it must feel like hundreds of meters away from the start boat if you're towards the back.
Yeah, it does actually, but there's a maximum distance between the boats as they go out, so you don't really, even if you're on the outside, get pushed out too far. But I think more than anything, they're going to be suffering from nerves out there. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when it's quite rough out there, and it's not that good out there. It was kind of borderline, so it's going to be a bit of a handful on that start run. So they'll be worried about that, and of course, for these lead boats, this first turn is going to be all, because all 3 of them are going to want to come around that turn first and run through here on the clean water. Absolutely. So it's a really important start run.
So the final round of the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series is going to be getting underway any moment now. You can see boat number 7 on pole position, Salam Al-Adidi and Isra Al-Ali closest towards us. Next along is the silver boat of Giovanni Carpetella and Darren Nicholson in T-Bone Station. Then it's the first of our championship protagonists and our championship leader ex-Dubai in the white, yellow and black boat in 3rd place. In 4th position is the other championship protagonist, Rashid Al-Taya and Falak Al-Mansouri in Abu Dhabi Team 5. Then boat number 6 are a long way down the order in 9th position. So keep an eye out for the green flag. When it's raised, the racing will be getting underway for the final time in 2015. All eyes will be on the flag.
It looks like they're away.
And it looks like we've gone away, and if we have, it's a very slow start for boat number 7, Isra Al-Ali and Salam Al-Adidi. And the best start has been made by boat 5, Abu Dhabi, but they're going absolutely side by side with ex-Dubai. And it's ex-Dubai who have the advantage at the moment as they make their way down this long, long stretch towards the loop around Lulu Island. But Rory, big moment for Gold Coast Australia further back. They managed to keep it together, but it's ex-Dubai versus Abu Dhabi, the 2 championship leaders going side by side, Rory.
Side by side, and it's quite rough out there. They're really getting some air.
Absolutely. So it's Abu Dhabi team furthest away from us. They're 5 points behind ex-Dubai in the championship. The first corner is a right-hander, and they're coming towards it now, and so it looks as though ex-Dubai will be the boat to hold the lead as they swing into that right-hander for the first time, and it is. So Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi have the advantage, but a big moment of air there for Abu Dhabi team. Keep an eye out for Giovanni Carpetella and Darren Nicholson. They are really tight on the inside line in T-Bone Station here.
They're going to take it.
And they could well take the lead in the number 10 boat. Abu Dhabi team have gone really wide, and I think the 6th boat of Nicolini are in there now in 4th position, so a really good start from boat 6. But who is it who's in the lead of the race? It's just still ex-Dubai, but goodness me, it's rough out there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be a hard one for them. It'll settle down once they get in here, but they're so evenly matched on speed, these leading boats, so close.
Absolutely. They're going to be coming into the flatter part of the water before too long. You can see they're getting closer and closer to our camera that's up at the far end of the course from where these guys are now, and it looks to me as though boat 10, T-Bone Station, are going to be the boat with the lead of the race as they come towards the flatter inline part. You can see how it instantly flattens out, and now it's just going to be a drag race between X Dubai and T-Bone Station. Look at this, absolutely together. X Dubai, the championship leaders, 3 times defending champions, and it is they who hold the lead as we come around then into the bay once more. And immediately you'll see boat 10, T-Bone Station.
You see, they had the lead there. They were clear lead, so they kind of shut the door on the turn there. So they had to go round the long way. Sensible driving from the lead team, though.
Yeah, so here they come now. They'll rejoin the course once they get inside of that jetty that juts out there. So it's X Dubai who are holding the lead then. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi. If they finished first or second in this race, they will win the 2015 championship. And at the moment, they're running in that first place. Then it's boat number 10 to the right-hand side, T-Bone Station, Giovanni Carpatella and Darren Nicholson, the pilots there. And in third place, I think we've still got Abu Dhabi team, but we'll keep an eye on that one. Here comes everyone else through. Look at boat 7, the white and blue boat in the middle of that pack there. That was the boat that started on pole position. And Salam Al-Adidi and Isra Al-Ali, Rory, really don't seem comfortable in the rougher stuff.
No, they didn't make the rough very well out there today, but I think they also missed the start.
Yeah, quite potentially. So here comes X Dubai then. We're onto the course now, and we're heading down towards the final corner, which is a right-hander. So in third place we have got Abu Dhabi team, and in fourth place is boat 6, I think, of Nicolini. Then in fifth place it looks like Videx. Sixth place looks like Gold Coast Australia. As they swing through this left-hand kink, so the start lap is slightly different as well.
So this is pretty incredible here. We've got all the 3 championship leading boats in the first 4 boats, I think.
Yeah.
So it's really anybody's game at the moment. But as you could see, it was so important to be the first boat round that turn, to have that clean water and shut the door really on the competition, which boat 3 have done quite nicely so far.
So they are the top 2. Then in third place is the Abu Dhabi team, boat number 5. Then it's Lady Spain who have got up into fourth place then. So maybe it wasn't the 6th boat, maybe it was Lady Spain that made the good start. We'll try and keep an eye on that one. This is on board with Abu Dhabi 5. You can see them making their way down towards the final turn. The start course is a little different as well, but now they are back onto the regular race course, and it's X Dubai in front then. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi. This is on board with, at the moment, our third place boat. As Arif and Nadir get to the final corner and start to get the boat slowed down, the 46 boat has taken a lot of momentum in here and could well be looking at a challenge for second place on T-Bone Station. There you can see boat 3 coming around the corner now, boat 10 following them as they come out to complete the first lap of racing. And then we will get an idea of exactly where everyone is. A long old start lap, that one, some 4 minutes and 45 seconds. X Dubai lead the race. It's second for boat 10, T-Bone Station across the line. Third is boat number 5, Abu Dhabi team. So fourth is Lady Spain, Jay Price and Sean Torrente. So it wasn't the 6th boat. And then it's Marine Investimenti Sud. And these were the leaders going so close to each other. Whoa, look at that. Cool. I wouldn't be surprised if T-Bone had to back out of the throttle a little there. That was so close between the pair of them,
yes,
coming down.
Looks like they lost
corner.
a bit of pace out of that, actually, in number 10.
So we're on lap 2 of 14. This is boat 7, Isra Al-Ali and Salam Al-Adidi trying to fight back against boat 6. They're in the battle over 8th position now. And now boat 7's on the flatter water. We should see it start to bring its momentum forward, but a little bit too late, really, considering they started on the pole.
Yeah, it's a very difficult thing to come from the back, because you've got all that wash of these boats that you can see on the screen now. It does get you quite a bit out of shape, especially when you're trying to run on the flat and there's just nowhere to go, unless you run wide, and of course then you're running long laps.
So it looks as though everyone's sticking to the short lap for this first tour. Really good start from Lady Spain, boat number 46. They started in 6th place, Jay Price and Sean Torrente, but really made the best of the start. Marine Investimenti should do a long lap, and it looks as though they're the only guys to do so. So here they come, and no, we have got one more boat making the long lap as well. So they come down now through the flat-out right kink, and here we've got some side-by-side action going on. I think this is Abu Dhabi team and Lady Spain as they come side-by-side, and Abu Dhabi team could lose out here. as they come through the right-hander. Lady Spain have got the inside line. Jay Price and Sean Torrente are about to take third position away from boat number 5, potentially. They're going absolutely side by side, now down towards the final turn. This is the battle over third position, and Abu Dhabi team need to keep in the running if they want to keep their championship hopes alive. As it stands, boat number 3, ex-Dubai, will win the championship. Down towards the final turn. Rahib did a long lap as well, as did Dubai. On the right-hand side, you can see boat 46 taking third place away. What are we going to do? What are the tactics going to be into that final corner for boat number 5? Will they hang it around the outside or try and get across the wash as quick as possible?
Jack, they've got to get this back. They really can't afford to let anybody go past them at this stage. They've got to get in front of that boat.
Absolutely, but they haven't, and they're now down to 4th place. So ex-Dubai complete lap number 2 of racing here in Abu Dhabi, the final round of the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series. T-Bone Station, Giovanni Carpatella and Darren Nicholson are in second. Then third place is that boat on the right-hand side of Lady Spain, and it looks as though boat 5 has got a bit more momentum here.
Yeah, boat 5 has actually pulled back a bit of ground now on this flat water. You can see they've got right outside now, so they're out of the wash of the boats, trying to get on as much pace as they possibly can.
XCAT Racing are in 5th place, thanks to Marine Inventamenti Sud taking the long lap. We're on lap 3 of 14 then, in this race, which is expected to take about 45 minutes. But this is Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hendy. They've got to take 4 laps in these 14. 4 long laps, I should say, in these 14. Giovanni Carpatella, the throttle man on the T-Bone Station
Watching
boat.
these 2 boats there, it just goes to show how difficult it is once you're behind. You can see the first boat, ex-Dubai, it's just running so perfect, so perfect. And for T-Bone, where they're in the wash, they're just getting tiny bits out of shape, wobbling around on the wash. And of course that scrubs off some of their top speed.
This is the yachts boat of Francois Pinelli and Sabu Bako in the all-white boat, trying to make a move on the XCAT team in boat number 2, but they've opted to take the long lap, as have Abu Dhabi Team 5. So Abu Dhabi Team 5 are on the long lap then out there, so they have taken their first long lap of the race, and they decided to get it done earlier than anyone else.
That was a classic move to go for the long lap right then. You can see they were right on the tail of that boat, in the wash, in the mess, can't see because of the spray, and the boat's getting a little bit out of shape, so just duck out on that long lap, see if you can gain some ground, and maybe you can come back in front of them.
And they're also coming back, as you see here, in reasonably clear water, and that's one of the biggest things with the long lap is timing it right.
Yes, so you can get out. I mean, as soon as you get up behind somebody, it's very difficult. You're trying to keep tight with them. The spray is hitting your windscreen and you can't see very well, and you have to get out of that. But you're in their wash and it's just taking your pace off all the time. So as soon as you can make that break and get out, you hope that you take it at the right time, and when they take theirs, you end up in front of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely crucial in this race with so many long laps.
Here's Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hendy, then race leaders wrestling the lead of the race away from T-Bone Station right at the start of the event here today. They had a 6-second lead as they crossed the line last time. We'll keep an eye out on it here, whether it'll be similar or whether it will have extended a bit. The water is certainly rougher than yesterday in the pole position session as well, by the looks of things. Yes, we're lapping about 12 seconds slower than the race yesterday.
Well, you've got all the boats full of fuel for the whole race here, so they're a little bit heavier. Plus, obviously, you've got everybody out on the water. It's exactly the same time, so they're obviously creating a bit of a mess in the water between themselves.
This is then boat 6 at the head of this queue. They are in front of the 22 boat of Videx, who we're on board with here. Last week's winners in Dubai, Joachim Kumlin and Alfredo Amato, took a superb victory. The 22 boat, have they done a long lap yet? No, they haven't. So that's why they're in this fight, because they haven't taken their long lap just yet. There's the look up the inside from Marine Investimenti Sud, and they're going to get all covered in all the wash there from the 22 boat. They just about make it around the marker.
You see how much ground they lost by being hosed down by the boat in front.
Yeah.
You just have to back off because you can't see. And it takes a brave move sometimes to just power on and go through it and see if you can run out from behind.
So ex-Dubai's lead up at the front is up to 7.3 seconds. Now you can see Team Saracen Australia, boat number 8, going side by side with boat 22 of Videx, who we're on board with here. And this is all as a result of them having to back off coming through that final corner. Saracen Australia got a cleaner run, and as a result, we're able to pull up and pass. 22 haven't done a long lap, nor have Team Saracen Australia. So as a result, these two are battling genuinely over position. And they started in 13th and 14th places at the start, respectively, for Saracen Australia and Videx. as they now make their way up towards the far end of the course. Great fight here with, 4 or 5 boats involved, and that's our pole sitter down in the bottom right, Dubai, of Israel Ali and Salem Al-Adidi. Now they're all taking their long lap. Who else have we got taking the... Oh no, they're not quite there yet, but we've got a couple of boats taking the long lap. We'll keep an eye out on those ones. Looks like Team Saracen Australia are, Gold Coast Australia, I should say, are taking their long lap. Everyone else is getting very, very busy through the right-hander. And boat 6 is taking a long lap as well, the Nicolini machine. So neither of our leaders yet, ex-Dubai, T-Bone Station or Lady Spain, have taken their long lap.
It's a tough decision to make on the call for going out on the long lap. The team managers upstairs will know exactly how many seconds it's likely to take them to get round that long lap. So they'll be working out the distances between all the boats, trying to get it back on a long lap. So it's very hard to do and get absolutely right.
Here they come back down towards us. And the advantage that ex-Dubai have had has gone up from 7.2 seconds to 9.2 seconds. So about 2 seconds a lap quicker at the moment are ex-Dubai. As we see boat number 7 on the left-hand side, Dubai, they are battling with Marine Investimenti Sud, and they're all going to come up and meet Team Saracen Australia here on the near side as we look at it. So there go Marine Investimenti Sud. Great pace from the 20 boats, Serafino Barlesi and Alessandro Baroni, who had their best result of the season in Fujairah in the opening race of the season, where they finished in 3rd place. And at the moment, they're battling with the 7 boat of Israel Ali and Salem Al-Adidi in boat number 7. The Dubai team, who started on pole, and now they're in the flatter stuff, are starting to try and climb up the order a little bit. They're going to get cut off here by Saracen Australia. They're going to have to go straight into the mess there. And we'll try and get the cut back out of the corner and get out of the wake as quickly as possible, but keep an eye out for the 20 boat around the outside here. Yeah, they've lost so much momentum. We go on board with the 22 boat of Videx. They're a little bit further behind this battle.
Yeah, just watching through that camera gives you an idea of what it's like trailing behind the wash of one of these boats with all the spray out. It's incredibly difficult to see.
And you can see that Dubai there in the boat number 7 lost ground, and the 20 boat are back in front. So great fight between them, and they've all got Gold Coast Australia on the way. Now T-Bone are doing their long lap. So T-Bone Station, Giovanni Carpatella and Darren Nicholson have just decided to do their first long lap. There you see them out to the left-hand side of the course. And they're running their long lap then. And we'll keep an eye out on where they come out. That's the ground that they've lost. It was 9.2 seconds when they ran their first long lap. This is boat number 3, ex-Dubai, who are leading. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi were on lap 5 of 14, and they're about to put a lap on Rahib. Rahib have done a long lap, and ex-Dubai have not. And this will be fairly straightforward, I think, because they should get it done by the time the corner arrives. Abu Dhabi Team 5 are running their second long lap now as well. So it's 2 long laps for Abu Dhabi Team 5, 1 for boat number 10, and none so far for boat number 3, ex-Dubai.
Looks like ex-Dubai are going to leave these long laps as long as they can while they got this clean water in front of them.
Absolutely. Here they come across the line. Really strong performance this from Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi. Boat 6 is running another long lap, but here you can see it on the right-hand side. As it stands, it's ex-Dubai in front. Lady Spain are in second, but they are yet to run a long lap either. And 96, Francois Pinelli and Salvi Bacco look as though they've come to grief. They retired at the start of the race in Dubai, and after a superb performance in Cascais, where they had their best result of the season with a 2nd place finish, they now appear to be out of the running. And they're the important men in this race, aren't they, Rory?
Yeah, they're going to be the decision makers.
So Abu Dhabi have done 3 of their 4 long laps now. Abu Dhabi boat number 5. So they are getting them out the way as quickly as possible. And boat 3, ex-Dubai, speed through. This is on board with boat number 5. And ex-Dubai are doing their first long lap now then. So ex-Dubai doing their first long lap now. And we'll see where they come out in comparison to the 10 boat of T-Bone Station. That's going to be the crucial thing. It was about 9 seconds, the gap between them, before the long lap started.
Yeah, I think boat 6 has done all 3 of theirs as well, Jack.
Yeah, so boat 6 have done 3 of theirs too. So 3 is the minimum amount you need to do, combined with a number of race laps to meet 70% race distance. So if you were to retire after 70%, you still get 4 points, but you've got to do 4. And we're on lap 6 of 14, and we've got a couple of slow boats. One's the yachts boat, the other I think is the Fugera racing team of Roberto Lopiano and Francesco Caulo. Looks as though they are out of the race as well. So 2 retirements so far, which is a lot better than we managed in Dubai, because that was a bit of a race of attrition. So that is 28 and 96, both out of the running. Real shame for them. But here's boat number 5 then, Abu Dhabi team. Second place men in the championship. At the moment, effectively running in 4th place. But we're still waiting for the long laps to shake out. And it could be quite a while before the long laps do shake out. And that is the final long lap for boat number 5. So Abu Dhabi team, Rashid Al Taher and Falak Al Mansouri, you can see them there on the left-hand side. That's the final long lap for them. So they've decided to get all their long laps out of the way, Rory, before, well, just after half distance. So now all they've got to do is do the normal laps and see where they end up, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty much, there's a little bit of luck involved here, but on the screen at the moment you can see the numbers to the left of the speed there. That's the lap number that they took their long lap on.
Yeah, so you can see Abu Dhabi 5, for example, did it on 3, 4, 5 and 6.
That's it.
Whereas others have just done 1 long lap so far. Gap between X-Dubai and T-Bone Station is up to 12 seconds up at the front.
Yeah, it's a very difficult decision time, this long lap thing. I mean, some teams have obviously opted to just, well, let's just get them done, get them out the way and see where we go with it. But certainly X-Dubai have been planning theirs, and obviously it still takes a bit of luck because you don't know what's going on and the speed of the other boats sometimes. The last thing they want is to come out of a long lap behind another boat.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is on board with Abu Dhabi Team 5. They're making their way now down towards the bottom end of the course. And there's boat number 3 then, X-Dubai, who are leading the way. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi. And whoa, big moment there for boat 4. And that is the other Abu Dhabi team. That's Majid Al-Mansouri and Rashid Al-Kamzi. They're trying to battle with the 11 boat of Gold Coast, Australia. Tom Barry Cotter in that 11 boat, partnering Ross Willerton. And that was a big old moment coming towards the final corner.
Certainly was, but they got themselves onto the inside. But you can see the momentum of Gold Coast is running them on forward.
And they're about to be joined by boat number 5 from the Abu Dhabi team, who are at the moment behind this pair because they haven't done as many long laps. Here's a look at the replay then. Keep an eye out on that boat 4. Oh, that was very unsettled, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was.
So, nevertheless, Majid Al-Mansouri and Rashid Al-Kamzi are able to continue. So, X-Dubai are leading. T-Bone Station still in second place, but they've just done another long lap then, T-Bone Station. Here is the continuing battle between boat 11 and boat number 4, and boat number 5 is at the back of this pack. So this isn't what Abu Dhabi Team 5 want at all, getting held up effectively in traffic.
Well, imagine being in one of these boats, Jack. You're not only racing, you want to go as fast as you possibly can, down that straight, round those turns, line yourself up, but you've got this extra worry. When do I take this long lap? It's so hard to get it right, even with the team watching and the team manager telling you when to go.
The good news for Abu Dhabi Team 5, though, is that Gold Coast have run their long lap, so at least they are out of the way now, and that means Abu Dhabi 4 and 5 are able to just battle it out themselves, and I wouldn't have thought that Abu Dhabi Team 4 would have put up much of a fight.
But the other thing with Gold Coast out of their way just momentarily, they've got to really push on to try and make the most of that. Because they have the clean water, they're not getting quite so out of shape. You can see that every time you're behind the boat, as soon as you come to the mark, boys, the door is shut. And you've really got to go through their mess, take the long route.
So here you can see X-Dubai and Lady Spain in first and second, but they've only done one long lap. T-Bone Station are in third place, having done 2. XCAT Racing are doing well, having done 2 in fourth place as well. But Abu Dhabi Team 5 are the ones to watch out for. They've done all of their long laps, and they soon will start to climb back up the order. But there is boat number 3, X-Dubai, and off they go, I think, to do their second long lap. And yes, away they go. So boat 3, X-Dubai, heading up to do their second long lap now. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi. And this all looks very calm and composed for them.
I'm sure it's not really when you're on board. I'm sure it's a slightly different feeling going on in that boat.
Absolutely.
But they do make it look very calm.
It's amazing that they just have those fine margins, don't they? We saw at the start of this race just how fine margins we're talking about. They were a second away from not being in the lead.
Absolutely, yeah. But, you know, they practice so often. But, you know, when you re-watch this race, you'll see there.
And Boat 10 have moved back up into second place, past Lady Spain then. So that's because they've just gone around the short lap, and that means that Lady Spain and Boat 10 are now tied on long lap runs, I think. And boat number 20 has completed all its long laps as well. That's Marine Investimendi Sud. But there you go, boat number 3 leading the way, then 10 in second place, then 46 of Lady Spain are in third position. Those are our top 3 at the moment. And I think Lady Spain and T-Bone Station and X-Dubai have all done 2 long laps apiece. Giovanni Carpatella and Darren Nicholson there in boat number 10, now back up into second position. X-Dubai up in front of them, coming around the final corner, getting in a little bit of wash from the 22 Videx boat. But yeah, these fine margins are what have excelled for X-Dubai over the years, and why they are such a successful team.
Well, Giovanni does pretty well behind them at the moment too.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit out of shape on that turn then. And I was just going to say, the thing that these lead teams do is they go around these turns every time in the same way. Nice and tight and nice and clean without scrubbing off speed. But then Giovanni just lost a little time there on that turn.
So there you can see X-Dubai on the left-hand side. They've put a lap on the 22 Videx boat that won the race last time out in the choppy waters in Dubai. So X-Dubai making comfortable work of the Videx team. Their gap at the front is now up to 15 seconds, X-Dubai, as you see the sun beginning to set and the golden colours starting to become more illuminated on the boats. You can see the comparison here between 3 and 22. 22, a much slower boat at this point in the race. And as a result, they're moving around a lot more. They're also, of course, in the wake of boat number 3. Here you can see boat number 7, Dubai, nearest towards us on the left-hand side, heading down the back stretch. And it is Abu Dhabi team that are up in front of them at the moment.
Where's our other contender, Jack? Number 6. I think they've fallen back quite a way now.
Yeah, boat number 6 is now running down in 11th position, actually. So Tommaso Poli and Matteo Nicolini.
Yeah, it must be very frustrating for them at the moment, seeing the championship walk away from them at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, they are, yeah, in 11th place, well behind Marine Investimendi Sud and the like, and they were saying that in pole position they lost an engine, and that's why they were that far down. But at the moment, the pace doesn't seem to be there in that boat. They do tend to struggle on the flatter waters, and I'm afraid we're seeing it here, and it doesn't look as though their championship challenge is going to go any further than this. So here is a look at the long laps again then. X-Dubai, T-Bone Station in first and second. Now Lady Spain are in third, having done 3 long laps. So that's going to be the battle between the 3rd place boat and the 5th place boat of Lady Spain and Abu Dhabi Team 5, because one's done 3 long laps, one's done 4. But meanwhile, X-Dubai and T-Bone Station are at the head of the field, having done less long laps, of course. So we'll keep an eye out on the T-Bone Station and Lady Spain battle as well. So these long laps they really mix things up, don't they? And they give us a challenge.
Well, we've got, you know, Abu Dhabi 5. They've done 4 of theirs, and Dubai have done all 4 of theirs. So actually, when X-Dubai and T-Bone go out, it'll be interesting to see what happens then. We may get a bit of a mix-up. It'll be surprising.
Yeah, absolutely. There is 20. Marine Investimendi Sud, Serafina Balesi and Alessandra Baroni making their way around the right-hander that then takes them back down along the Corniche. There's boat 46, Lady Spain, and there's the team watching on as they wait for the 46 boat to come across the line. They'll have to wait a little longer because he's coming around the final corner still. Jay Price and Sean Torrente.
Yeah, on board the two lead boats, they'll be thinking, do I take the long lap? Do I take the long lap? You know, they'll be desperately waiting.
They've still got 2 more to go for both X-Dubai and T-Bone Station, and we are, I suppose, now in the closing stages of the race. There is the Altman Marine squad watching their 46 boat over the line. We're on lap 10 of 14 now, and they've still got to get 2 more long laps in, the 2 leaders. And there is X-Dubai. Are they taking it on this tour? Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi looking set to win the championship for the 4th year in a row. X-Dubai are running it now, so they're out on their long lap. So that means they've just got 1 more to run before the end of this race. And the yachts boat there cruising very slowly, and the Gold Coast Australia boat having to take a bit of evasive action. Then we've got Abu Dhabi team there on the inside line as they come towards the final corner. T-Bone Station running their penultimate long lap as well on this tour. So once all the long laps shuffle out, we'll give you an exact order, but it's X-Dubai who are leading. T-Bone Station in 2nd place at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see where T-Bone Station come out in with regards to Lady Spain, because Lady Spain are running their long lap too. So Lady Spain running their long lap, so it'll be the next time that we see an example of how close Lady Spain are. There you can see boat 3 up at the top of the course. That's in the lead. Then it's 10, then it's 46, but 10 has got 1 more long lap to do than the 46 boat of Lady Spain. So that gap will come down, but by how much is the question. Abu Dhabi Team 5 are... Now, how close are Abu Dhabi Team 5 to Lady Spain in the battle for 3rd place? Here's X-Dubai, our leaders, but the Abu Dhabi team have done all their long laps. Let's try and pick out Lady Spain in boat 46. I think this is them coming down here now that we're closing in on. And is it Lady Spain or Abu Dhabi team who are in that 3rd position? It is Lady Spain. So Lady Spain, and that's not Abu Dhabi behind, is it? So I wonder how far back Abu Dhabi team are from Lady Spain. That's going to be the interesting to see. X-Dubai come across the line once more. Jay Price and Sean Torrente, if they could take a 3rd position, I think they'd be over the moon with that. Their best result of the season so far was a 4th place in the Gold Coast.
Yeah, their boat's running really well. They're a competitive pair, these guys too. They're going to push it all the way to the line.
Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye out on that one. Boat 3 and 10 have crossed the line. X-Dubai and T-Bone Station, 2 leading boats. And then this is the 46 boat of Lady Spain, which looks to me to be in 3rd place. Just keep an eye out for confirmation, because they did take the long lap on that last tour. Yes, here they come across the line then. So 46, Lady Spain are in 3rd position. Jay Price and Sean Torrente. Lap 11 of 14 now. And X-Dubai have still got 1 more long lap to take, as have T-Bone Station. And boat 5, actually, Abu Dhabi team are well back on Lady Spain. They are, 12 seconds back. This is the 6th boat of Nicolini. They're in 10th position, and they needed to finish on the podium to have any chance of winning the title. And unfortunately, it hasn't worked out for them.
Yeah, sadly, I think Matteo's probably resigned to that now. That's probably why he's running so far back as well. A little bit of disappointment, maybe. It hurts while you're out there to lose that enthusiasm, and it's very easy to fall behind.
Yeah, absolutely. So X-Dubai have still got 1 more long lap to run by the looks of things. T-Bone Station have run their final long lap, but X-Dubai have still got 1 more to go. You can see they lapped on 6, 8 and 10. T-Bone Station did 5, 7, 10 and 11. But even with the long lap, I don't think it'll be enough for T-Bone Station to try and close this gap in. 3 laps to go at the end of this one.
Well, the team manager for T-Bone's going to be really giving them a bit of a briefing on that X-Dubai have got 1 more long lap to go. And this is the one they've really got to charge while X-Dubai are off the course.
Now look at the 46 boat of Lady Spain. Yeah, no, they are quite a way back from the 10 boat. So that's our 2nd place boat. T-Bone Station, Giovanni Carpatella and Darren Nicholson. And then behind them is the 46 boat of Lady Spain that's just come through shot. Then it's the number 5 boat of Abu Dhabi team. And then it's boat number 7, Dubai, here, who are in 5th place. So they've recovered quite well, actually, after a slow start. Israel Ali and Salam Al-Adidi to be back up into 5th position. But ex-Dubai have crossed the line again with 3 laps to go here in Abu Dhabi in the final round of the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series. This is the XCAT team battling with boat number 4. This is over 7th place, and XCAT have the 7th place at the moment. Mikael Bengtsson and Eric Stark in that number 2 boat. And we think ex-Dubai will have to take their long lap this time around, because they've got one more still to do before the end of this race. We're on board with Abu Dhabi team, boat number 5.
That looked quite a big margin that ex-Dubai had there going through here.
Absolutely. So let's see if they go long lapping this time around. Boat number 3, Arif Al-Zafin and Nadia bin Hendi.
They're on their long lap.
This is their final long lap of the race.
Well, I think they're going to come off of this still ahead, no problem.
Yep.
They've really pulled out some distance on the other boats.
Which has been impressive, because they didn't qualify on pole position in the flat waters yesterday. But they've really managed to be about 2 seconds a lap quicker than anyone else today. Lap 12 of 14, and ex-Dubai have finished their final long lap. They've completed all their long laps now, and they're exiting that turn as T-Bone Station go into the turn. So this looks like it'll be, at the moment, not to put the commentator's curse on it, a comfortable victory, and therefore the championship title for Arif Al-Zafin and Nadia bin Hendi. Here's a look at it then. Boat number 3 there. You can see they've got almost a nautical mile.
Well, this is showing the true gap now, because they've all completed their long laps. So this is really how far ahead boat number 3 is. You can see it's nearly a kilometre ahead.
Yep, so if they stay in this position, then they will win the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series. They've got a kilometre advantage over T-Bone Station as they come round to start the penultimate lap of the race. Oh, and there's boat number 4 out. Majid Al-Mansouri and Rashid Al-Kamzi look to be out of the race, unfortunately, and that's a shame for boat 4, because they were running inside the top 10 up in 9th place, and it looks as though the race has come to an early conclusion for them. But ex-Dubai will be hoping they don't run into similar problems with just a couple of laps to go now. Here's XCAT up in 7th place. Good drive from Marine Investimenti Sud, actually. They, Serafina Balesi and Alessandro Baroni running in 6th position. And this is Mikael Bengtsson and Eric Stark. Oh, and the 6 boat are coming across the line now. Have got problems there. On the right-hand side, they've only got one engine, I think. So just to the right of... well, there's ex-Dubai going through, but we just briefly saw behind them the 6 boat of Matteo Nicolini and Tommaso Poli, looking like they are running into engine troubles.
Yeah, that's very sad for Matteo. Maybe that's why he was running down in the 10th position for so long. Maybe they had an onboard problem already with that engine.
Yeah, they blew one engine yesterday, and there you can see only the left side working. And a real shame that the starboard engine is let go. They're going to try and cruise around. They'll have completed 70% of the race, so they'll still pick up some points, but will it be enough actually to stop T-Bone Station? That's going to be the interesting thing. T-Bone Station at the 2nd in the moment, which would give them 122 points, which would mean boat 6 would still just about hold on to 3rd place in the championship by a point if they were to retire.
Well, I imagine on board ex-Dubai they're going to be so wanting that flag to come out to finish this race. They'll be desperate. Always you're worrying, am I going to make it to the end? Is there going to be a problem? You just want to get there so desperately.
And
they know the T-Bone's behind them.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the feeling when you see the white flag? Is it like, oh, in a race like this, it's like, yes, thank goodness?
It'll be thank goodness for that, but it's that checkered flag you want to see.
Yeah.
When you're racing out there, I'm sure these guys have lost out a whole race on the very final lap. Even seen the checkered flag in the distance as somebody's just overtaken them. That's a terrifying moment. It's really horrible. You go through that race, you lead it all the way, and maybe see something like that. It's a horrible thought. So they'll be absolutely worried. They just want that checkered flag.
They've been run so close this year, ex-Dubai. Last year, they were absolutely dominant. I think they won every Grand Prix last season, ex-Dubai, Arif Al-Zafin and Nadia bin Hendi. But this year, they have been challenged all the way by the likes of T-Bone Station, by the Abu Dhabi team, by the Nicolini team as well. But now Arif Al-Zafin and Nadia bin Hendi are going to be seeing the white flag before too long. And after that, just 3.5 nautical miles later, they will take the victory if all goes to plan.
And you can see they're still going for it. Even though they've got a reasonably comfortable lead, there is no backing off, no slowing down.
Often, is it the case where if you back off, more mistakes can come because you're not sort of in the zone?
Well, it is, but a little bit. But the thing is, if you blow one of those engines, you can still limp round on one, especially if it was your final lap, like now, for instance. So the more ground you make, the shorter it is on one engine. So they'll keep going, keep going.
So the white flag is up, and we're on the final lap of the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series season. Here in Abu Dhabi, a wonderful way to end the season in the capital of the home of XCATs, the UAE. And it's ex-Dubai, Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hindi, who at the moment look like they're going to steal the title away from local heroes Rashid Al-Tayer and Falak Al-Mansouri in the Abu Dhabi team boat. Retired from the opening race of the season in Fujairah with an engine fire. Then they won in Dubai, won in Cascais, won in Gold Coast, and then retired last time out as well in Dubai. And as a result, there was just 1 point separating the championship rivals as they arrived here in Abu Dhabi. But on Abu Dhabi's home water, ex-Dubai have been absolutely commanding. Didn't quite manage to take pole position. That went to boat 7, Dubai. But ever since the start of the race, they reacted quickest. They got the advantage. They managed to somehow edge out T-Bone Station on the run down to the first corner. And now they've just got one more turn to put in this 2015 season. Second place is T-Bone Station. Third is Abu Dhabi Team 5. Dubai are back up into 4th place, actually, so that's a really good performance from Issa Al Ali and Salem Al Adidi. But they were only a second clear of Lady Spain at the line, so that's one to keep an eye out for as they come across the end.
They'll be a bit sad off the start run that they had. They just missed that start run, and of course they were behind everybody in that really bad water.
Yeah.
So it set them right back, but they've come back fantastically well.
Yeah, really impressive performance from Dubai. But here now is boat number 3, ex-Dubai. As Fazza, they were champions in 2012, 2013 and 2014. Arif Al-Zafin has been with them the whole time. Nadir bin Hindi joined towards the end of the 2013 season.
Yeah,
and
fantastic drive from this pair. They are so experienced, and they run that boat just so well. Almost faultless when they go into every single turn.
Through the final turn of the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series season comes boat number 3, ex-Dubai. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hindi see the checker flag, win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and win the 2015 championship. A superb performance from them and from everyone at the victory team. They take the title, finishing the season with 180 points. Here come boat 10, T-Bone Station. Giovanni Carpitella on the throttle, Darren Nicholson at the wheel, and they're going to finish in 2nd position. Another good drive from them. Amazingly, that's only their 2nd podium of the season so far, but a good drive nevertheless. Abu Dhabi Team 5 are going to come home in 3rd position, it seems.
That's an amazing challenge by Giovanni throughout the year. That's a very close run 2nd, really. Incredible.
A really strong performance from Giovanni. They've been so unlucky throughout the year. But here comes boat number 5, Rashid Al-Tayer and Falak Al-Mansouri. They won the opening race of the season in Fujairah, but they couldn't quite beat ex-Dubai to the championship title. It'll be 2nd in the title run for them. Boat 7 just behind them across the line.
That's a really incredible performance from boat 7. After that bad start, they have come back so well.
Only 3 seconds between them as they came across the line. So boat 7, Dubai, Issa Al Ali and Salem Al Adidi finishing in 4th place. Lady Spain will finish in 5th place. Jay Price and Sean Torrente coming across the line now with a good drive. Marine Investimenti Sud not too far behind them. But there are our 2015 champions, Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir bin Hindi. And they get their bottles of water because hot work out there.
It must be extremely hot inside those boats in this temperature still. It's still like a European summertime, so I imagine they must lose one hell of a lot of weight and a lot of water out there.
Absolutely. I don't know where you've been in Europe in the summer, but it's not London, is it? So,
well, maybe not quite London, but we do hit 30 occasionally in London.
So there is Arif Al Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi. They raise the United Arab Emirates flags on the week of the 44th year of celebration after the formation of the UAE. They are on top of the XCAT World Series boat because they are on top of the XCAT World Series Championship at the end of the season.
Well, I think they're feeling on top of the world, absolutely.
Because they were really nervous coming into today. We were speaking to Nadir earlier. He was like, "I got butterflies. I mean, we just need to get on with it."
Yeah. And I imagine now they're standing on that boat, but I bet their legs are shaking. They're hot. They're soaking wet from inside that canopy. It's just a relief to get that finished.
Wonderful performance from Arif Al Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi. As we mentioned earlier, a real big shout out to boat number 7, Dubai, Isra Al Ali and Salem Al Adidi, because they have finished in a really impressive 4th place. They're making their way back now.
Well, I think Arif is still showing that he's the guy everybody's got to beat.
Absolutely.
He's put his name up the top again for next year.
Here's a look at the results of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Ex-Dubai taking the win, 25 seconds clear in the end of T-Bone Station. Abu Dhabi Team 5 finishing in 3rd place, and it's 4th for boat number 7, Dubai, having started on pole, dropped right to the back, and then climbed back up the order again. Jay Price and Sean Torrente finish in 5th place, ahead of Marine Investimenti Sud. XCAT finished the season with a 7th position in their debut year in the championship. 8th place for Gold Coast Australia. Team Saracen Australia finishing in 9th, and Videx complete the top 10. Then we have Rahib, boat 6 run into problems, losing an engine. And then we had Abu Dhabi 4, Yachts and the Fujairah Racing Team all retired from the race. And the number 1 boat was out there just as a demonstration. So Arif and Nadir making their way back now to the pontoon. And they hurry. We might be able to have a little word with them, which would be fantastic. But there you can see.
Jack, I don't think you could wish for a better end to the series. You know, it was anybody's race out of that top 3 when they started this round. So incredible that it's come right to the wire, really. And in the end, 20-odd seconds has separated the lead 2 boats. Incredibly close over a year.
Absolutely.
Amazing series.
Absolutely. So let's have a look back at the way that race panned out. And at the start, boat number 7, Dubai, closest towards us, were nowhere near getting away. You just watch everyone else when the green flag is raised, but we didn't actually see it in the end. But then there's Ex-Dubai and T-Bone Station battling on the way down in towards the first corner, getting so close to one another. And that was the move ultimately that decided the race, because later on we saw that Ex-Dubai managed to take the lead away from T-Bone Station. There was great battling further back in the pack, and that was the Dubai boat trying to make their way back up the order. Yachts retired, unfortunately. Salvi Baccio and Francois Pinelli running into trouble. A big moment there for the Abu Dhabi team as they tried to go around the outside of the Gold Coast Australia boat, but they were able to continue. But it was Ex-Dubai who were continuing to lead the way, and really, they absolutely dominated the race. T-Bone Station chased them all the way. Giovanni Carpitello and Darren Nicholson putting in another fantastic performance to finish in 2nd position, and their reliability problems that they suffered in the early part of the year have really started to become solved. Lady Spain were running in 3rd in the early stages of the race and in the latter stages as well, but once the long laps filtered out, it was Abu Dhabi Team 5 that finished in that 3rd place. Ex-Dubai, Arif Al Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi never really headed up at the front of the order with just a couple of laps to go. T-Bone Station looking strong, but just nothing they could do to match boat number 3. We lost boat 6, well, we made it to the end, but we lost one of the engines on boat number 6. But there were no problems with the Mercury 2.5 litre engines at the back of boat number 3, Ex-Dubai. And Arif Al Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi came across the line to take the checkered flag, to take the win in the final Grand Prix of the season, and to take the 2015 UIM XCAT World Championship Series. It was 3rd across the line for boat number 5, Abu Dhabi team, Rashid Al-Tar and Falek Al-Mansouri. But all attention in Abu Dhabi is on the Ex-Dubai boat. Arif Al Zafin and Nadir bin Hendi, the 2015 UIM XCAT World Series champions, after a thrilling final race here in Abu Dhabi. So a superb performance. Here's the way the championship finishes. Ex-Dubai on 180 points. Abu Dhabi Team 5 finishing in 2nd place. Only 5 points separating 3rd and 4th in the end. And when you look at T-Bone Station, having had at least 3 DNFs this year, they could have been so much higher up in the championship. XCAT will be over the moon, I think, with a 5th place finish in their debut season in the series. Boat number 7, Dubai, finishing in 6th place. Those points that they gained in that final round allowing them to leapfrog Videx and finish in that 6th spot. Then we had the likes of Lady Spain, who perhaps underachieved a little bit with the driving talent that they had. And in 15th place, we had Moad, who only completed in the opening few rounds of the 2015 season. So now let's hear from Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi, who are down in the pits.
And we'll work hard with our crew and my driver. I think we'll do something amazing.
At the beginning, it was very close out there at the sea. Were you nervous at the start of the race?
No, we saw the sea condition was pretty rough. We took it easy. We didn't want to take any risk. We pushed. My brother pushed a lot. We make sure that we can lead in the start, and then we led in the start and we controlled the race, and we are very happy.
I mean, what are your tactics about the long lap? How do you decide when to take?
Because I have a nice crew. I have good radio man. He make it calculation, and he know exactly when give me improvement proof to go to the long lap. I think we'll make it as the teamwork.
Did you feel comfortable the whole race?
I'll be honest with you, I saw something different in this race because 2-4 long lap, I feel all the time I have to push hard. I think it's a nice course.
Well done.
And how does it feel to have won this race and the championship?
We were very hungry to win this world title, and thank God we won, and I congratulate all of our team crew. Everyone did a fantastic job.
Thank you very much.
So thank you very much to Andrew Priest for asking the questions down there on the pontoon. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi over the moon. And it's interesting what Arif said there. On a normal course, Rory, you can look behind you, no long laps, you know they're miles behind, it's fine, but you just never know what's going to happen with the long laps thrown in.
No, absolutely. The long laps really mix it up. You really have to trust in the team manager. He's the one that's got the view of the whole course. He can see where everybody is. And what they're actually doing is timing the distance between each of the boats, so they know really when it's the best time to take that long lap. But when you're driving the boat, it's such a worry. You want to go, you want to make a decision when you're driving that boat, but you've got to keep waiting. The decision is with the team manager. And of course, these guys have got it really just so well organised. Every time they get it right.
Yeah, so boat number 3, Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi taking the championship title after a long, hard-fought season. Abu Dhabi Team 5 finishing in second. Great to have Abu Dhabi in the championship. They joined for a couple of rounds at the end of last year, but mounted a full-on title assault with Rashid Al-Tar and Falak Al-Mansouri, and as a result finished in second position in the championship. Rashid had raced in XCATs before. I think he'd won in XCATs before in Italy with Jay Price when they were racing together. Boat number 6 finishing in third place. Matteo Nicolini and Tommaso Poli finishing on the championship podium for the first time in the boat's history in the XCAT World Series. T-Bone Station, Giovanni Carpatella, I mean, what a guy he is, and what a driver, throttle man he is as well. He won a previous XCAT championship, but it's only 4th this time around. SweCat Racing finishing in 5th place. It's 6th for Dubai, 7th for Videx. Team Saracen Australia finishing in 8th place. The other Australian team in 12th. Great to have 2 Aussie boats in the field after our wonderful trip down to the Gold Coast. Also, I'm told, Rahib finishing in 13th place, 14th for the Fujairah team, and the Moad boat got handed over to Gold Coast Australia for the second half of the season, and as a result we didn't see Gary Ballou towards the end of the year, which was a real shame.
I think really, you have to take your hat off to boat 6. Matteo really finishing third overall in the year is a pretty impressive finish for him. It's a hard run with the smaller teams really against these other guys, but they've done so well. He's been so competitive. He's had a bit of bad luck, obviously the rough race last weekend as well. And always when you have problems like that, it knocks on. They've got water in the engine problems. You lose an engine, you put another one on. It really does take the pace out of the boat because you've got so many things go wrong. But they have done so well as a small team, I think, this year. And the same really with T-Bone. Incredible run for them. Really impressive.
Absolutely.
Giovanni, he's a fantastic driver. Well, there he is on the podium. He's been around for many, many years. He's one of the world's best, I think.
So, a superb season of XCATs comes to a conclusion. From Rory Powell, myself, Jack Nicholls, and everyone here with the XCAT World Series. Thank you for joining us. Arif Al-Zafin and Nadir Bin Hendi, the champions of 2015. See you next year.